This right here is a football that costs $5. So I'm here today with Wilson's executive team and the head of product development to look at everything that goes in to not just making the best footballs, but also making custom-made footballs for their D1 program. Now, I don't know what that entire process costs to have the team out here, test them, custom make them. And I honestly don't want to ask, I don't want to offend anybody, but what I will say is I'm just going to assume for this case that that thing costs like $50,000. So we'll just go off that number. But what I really want to find out today is between that $5 ball right here and that $50,000 ball over there and any balls in between, how much does that sticker price really matter when it comes to spinning it? I'm Jordan Palmer, get a chance to work with quarterbacks of all ages, some young guys and some of the best guys playing on Sundays right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try 4 different footballs today at 4 different price points from $5 to $50,000 to figure out what is the actual difference in these sticker prices. So right now we're gonna figure out if price really actually matters when we're separating these balls. But right now, let's get into it. All right, so first up, this is a Franklin ball. This is as rubber gets. This is like the ball that when you're like at a sporting goods store and you're about to check out and they got a little bin of like beach balls and frisbees and these things. This is the one you grab for $5. A lot of people get judged off their ability to throw a spiral. Most fans don't realize that your ability to throw a spiral has a lot to do with the actual football. So I think with this one, it spins. Throw a football too, you gotta create friction, right? If it's a slick ball, if it's wet, there's no friction. This has some friction. The rubber is friction. Now, there's some sharp parts to it. The laces being rubber for sure matter. But the rubber laces, I think if I were to sit here and rip 100, 150 balls, I'm gonna end up with like a blister, like if I'm borrowing somebody else's golf club. So yeah, just the friction, it can spin, but it feels like $5. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, I'm gonna toss this in the garbage on the way out of here. 10 being, I'm gonna text a bunch of NFL starters and tell them they gotta switch. I'm gonna give this one a 2.7. All right, so this next one, this is the $50 price point. This is GST, it's made by Wilson. They make the best balls, but this is composite leather. So this ball is used more at the youth level, 7-on-7, the little guys. So it's not leather, it's composite. Everything else feels the same. Oh, so right there, I just missed high and right. When you don't have as much friction is when you get those misses. Now that doesn't matter with little guys who aren't creating that velocity, their arm's not going fast enough. So it's easy to push this and throw a spiral, which is why when you're young, the collegiate or the composite leather is much better. And when it gets wet, it's not as slick, but it's also why a college or NFL guy would not want to throw a composite leather football. So this is perfect for kids. So on a scale of 1, I'm gonna toss this in the garbage on the way out. 10, I'm gonna text NFL guys to use it. I'm not gonna text NFL guys to use it, they wouldn't. I would tell every kid to use it, so I'm gonna give this a 6.7. All right, so this one is at the $110 price point. This is the GST by Wilson. This is collegiate leather. This is used by pretty much every single high school program. Now they have a prime, they have different versions of this that are awesome, and it's a preference thing. But in terms of this leather, this feel, this size, this model, this is probably the most used ball in high school football. And I would assume college too. I know most college guys carry this from high school into college and they love this ball. So I have thrown this one a bunch. Yeah, so the leather on this one has got more tack. Like a composite ball, you wouldn't break it in or rub it in. There's no leather that's gonna change. This is the same NFL leather, so this is gonna change a lot based off what you do with it. But that tack that you have on there, that can be treated over time. You can get it the way you want it. More importantly, you can keep it the way you want it. But also, I just think the size on this, now I have bigger hands, I'm an adult, but smaller guys, this is usually the ball they love. Guys coming out for workouts, everybody shows up with these. I've always got a bag of these. Guys will grab them and use them. All right, so on that same scale of 1 to 10, the NFL guys can't use it, but most of the NFL guys did use it when they were younger. So it can't be used in the NFL. It can't be a 10. I'm giving this one a 9.2. All right, so this last one, this is the Wilson Omega. Now, Omega is some crazy technology. Wilson Labs, this is the most innovative ball they've ever made. This is the crown jewel. I believe it's around $150 price point. And this is gonna drop right about the time this video drops. So if you're watching this, it's probably live. I have thrown it before, but I wanna throw it again. So right away, it's, first off, this is like the pre-prep leather coming out of the box. I mean, you still may want to get it the way you want it, for it coming out of the box to feel like this and just kind of rip off that finger. This is, I use the term crown jewel, that makes sense here. This thing feels great. Now, the other thing too is like feel is one part of it, results are another. So the whole thing with Omega is they've changed, not the outside, not the inside, they've changed the weight distribution in the ball. So this thing spins 3 to 8% better. Be able to track with the chip in the ball, able to track all sorts of things at Wilson Labs and with the college clients and NFL clients. But really what we're able to do is increase the spin. So if you spin it better, you're gonna throw it harder, you're gonna throw it farther, and you're gonna control it, which is actually more important than those two elements. You're gonna control it a lot better. I mean, for the balls that you're able to throw at this age, I mean, I love the NFL, the Duke, that's the ball that I always choose. But if I'm playing and these are the options and I can't take an NFL ball, this is the 10. This is the one I'm taking. Catching, throwing, ripping.
How you guys doing? My name is Dante Moore, quarterback here at UCLA. Just got done with my Wilson fitting test, and personally, this is my best ball, and can't wait to give it a shot. 10 out of 10 for sure, best one.